The first step, radical honesty. Rebuilding yourself begins with honesty, pure, unfiltered honesty. You must see clearly where you are. You must admit what's not working. No excuses, no denial, no blame. It's easy to point fingers, to blame circumstances, society, even fate. But every time we point outward, we give away our power. The day you stop blaming others and start taking responsibility, that's the day your transformation begins. Jim Rohn once said, "You cannot change your destination overnight, but you can change your direction overnight." That's where it starts, not with a huge leap, but with a simple decision. I am responsible for my life. Responsibility is not a burden, it's a superpower. Because once you accept full responsibility, you also accept full control over your future. The first step, radical honesty. Rebuilding yourself begins with honesty, pure, unfiltered honesty. You must see clearly where you are. You must admit what's not working. No excuses, no denial, no blame. It's easy to point fingers, to blame circumstances, society, even fate. But every time we point outward, we give away our power. The day you stop blaming others and start taking responsibility, that's the day your transformation begins. Jim Rohn once said, "You cannot change your destination overnight, but you can change your direction overnight." That's where it starts, not with a huge leap, but with a simple decision. I am responsible for my life. Responsibility is not a burden, it's a superpower. Because once you accept full responsibility, you also accept full control over your future. The foundation, character, and discipline. The journey of rebuilding yourself is not just about success or wealth. It's about building something deeper, a foundation of character and discipline. Success without discipline is like a mansion built on sand. It may look impressive from the outside, but the first storm will bring it down. Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. It's the quiet force that turns dreams into reality. And it begins in the smallest, simplest acts. Waking up early, keeping your promises, reading to grow your mind, speaking with respect, finishing what you start. These choices might seem small, but they compound over time. Like drops of water shaping stone, discipline shapes your destiny. Each small act of consistency builds reliability, resilience, and strength. And soon, you realize you're no longer the same person who began this journey. The enemy. Fear of failure. Failure is not your enemy. Fear of failure is. Most people never rebuild because they're terrified of discomfort. They fear the struggle, the pain, the possibility of failing again. But failure is not a verdict. It's a teacher. Every mistake carries a lesson, a hidden gem waiting to be found. Jim Rohn said, "Failure is simply a few errors in judgment, repeated every day." So instead of fearing failure, study it, extract the lesson, adjust, move forward. Every setback is a setup for your next breakthrough. If you learn from it, you never truly fail. You evolve. The power of environment and habits. A crucial part of rebuilding yourself is examining your habits and environment. You become a reflection of what you repeatedly expose yourself to. The books you read, the conversations you engage in, the people you surround yourself with. They shape you, silently but powerfully. If you want to rise higher,
Seek out people who challenge, inspire, and uplift you. Be around those who talk about ideas, growth, and vision, not gossip, excuses, and fear. Find mentors. Learn from their wisdom. A true mentor doesn't carry you forward. They light the way. If you want to change your life, change your inputs. Your mind is a garden. Whatever you plant grows. Feed it positivity. Feed it knowledge. Feed it discipline. And soon, your outer world will reflect your inner growth. The vision. Knowing where you're going. Rebuilding yourself requires clarity. A life without direction is like a ship without a rudder. It drifts aimlessly. Take time to define what truly matters. Ask yourself, what do I stand for? What kind of person do I want to become? What legacy do I want to leave behind? When you have a clear vision, life gains purpose. Your goals become your compass. Even when storms come, and they will, your vision keeps you steady. Without vision, even success feels empty. But when your actions align with your purpose, every challenge becomes meaningful. The process. Consistent, daily growth. Self-rebuilding is not a one-time event. It's a process, slow, deliberate, and consistent. Every choice you make shapes the person you're becoming. Every decision, every action, every habit. Choose positivity over negativity. Choose persistence over resignation. Choose courage over fear. Growth is rarely comfortable, but it's always worth it. A single drop doesn't fill a bucket, but steady drops over time will overflow it. The heart of rebuilding. Gratitude and reflection. Rebuilding isn't just about striving. It's also about appreciating. Gratitude gives meaning to progress. Reflection gives direction to it. Celebrate the small victories. The days you kept your word. The moments you chose discipline over ease. Gratitude keeps you grounded. Reflection keeps you aligned. Together, they create balance. Ambition with humility. Progress with peace. The truth about challenge. Jim Rohn said, "Don't wish it were easier, wish you were better." Life will never be without challenges, and that's okay. Challenges are what shape champions. You can't control every circumstance, but you can always control your attitude, your decisions, and your response. Rebuilding isn't about avoiding storms. It's about becoming strong enough to stand through them. The invisible progress. At first, you won't see it. The results are invisible. The change is quiet. But every disciplined action, every conscious choice, compounds. Like a sculptor chiseling marble, you won't notice the masterpiece right away. But stroke by stroke, the person you were meant to be begins to emerge. Progress hides before it reveals itself. So don't stop just because you can't see it yet. Keep building. The results will come when you're ready. Becoming an inspiration. As you rebuild yourself, something powerful happens. You begin to inspire others without even trying. Your courage becomes a spark. Your discipline becomes a guide. Your transformation becomes proof that change is possible. People will look at you and think, if they can do it, maybe I can too. That's how you change the world. Not by preaching, but by becoming living proof that transformation is possible. The lifelong commitment. Rebuilding yourself isn't a one-time act. It's a lifelong commitment, a daily promise to improve, learn, and evolve. There will be days when you stumble, days when motivation fades, days when you question if it's worth it. But remember this, you are never too far gone to begin again. Every sunrise is an invitation to rebuild, stronger, wiser, better. It doesn't matter how many times you've fallen. What matters is that you rise one more time. Because the greatest victory isn't in never falling, it's in always getting back up.
The final word. You have the power to rebuild your life from the inside out. Take responsibility. Face your failures with courage. Shape your environment. Clarify your vision. Commit to growth. Celebrate progress. Reflect often. Rebuilding isn't easy. It's not instant. But it's absolutely worth it. Because in rebuilding, you don't just improve your circumstances. You transform your soul. You become the kind of person who doesn't just survive life, but thrives in it. So begin today, right now. Take one step, no matter how small. And as you move forward, watch in awe as the person you were meant to be slowly, beautifully unfolds.